Welcome to the table, where it's real, loud, and nothing's off limits. Unless we yell, overshare. We're family. No filters, big personalities, real conversations. Hi, I'm Ernie, joined by my favorite people, my kids, talking about what most people think but won't dare say. We're the Talaveras, real, raw, and funny. This is the FamilyChat podcast. Let's just open it up and see the whole room. What say you?
What say you?
All right, Rowan, what did you get from your parents? Traits? Vanity?
Vanity. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Vanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did you say? Vain. You said vain earlier.
Well, yeah,
but
but
a better
used
word.
In a sentence.
Better word.
Use it in the sentence.
English.
Yeah. Vanity.
English this time.
Yeah.
Vanity. Yes. I think a little bit of my mom's emotional state, but just being able to feel them, but then also having dad's stable mental state, where it's, and I mean,
big
obvious,
able to keep them.
Obviously, somewhat. He's had his time, right? But that whole being able to bring it back, So yeah. The ability to feel deeply.
Yeah.
And be in my own thoughts, be in my own head.
Yeah.
But
I'm just learning that now, how to feel and process emotion and put words to it and all that. I've been pretty cut off emotionally.
But
a big part of my life.
But that, and then sense of responsibility, I think also from my grandparents.
Yeah.
That's and then I still, the situation that I'm in now, learning to be not as self-indulgent, not being so selfish, right? Especially, now, with given the circumstances and stuff. So learning that, I think, because,
Oh, well, the fact that you're realizing it?
Well, being 39, and stuff, and you get comfortable, you get kind of set in ways, and you think it like, it's all good. Things are gonna last, and but obviously they don't last when you're not growing and you're not progressing.
It be the unfortunate times though that
you
bring all those realizations.
Well, you think you get to a point in life, and then once you get to that point in life, then you just coast, or you become like stagnant.
You think there should be an arrival point? But
there
never is.
There never is.
Man,
and
that's always growing.
But that's just like
that's
just like people with like hella money, right? You just want more money, right? You want more money
or more things.
You want more things. You want more. So like just enjoying what I do have, enjoying life. I think like I also learned that from my grandparents. When Papa retired and Nana retired, and she stayed in pajamas all day. I'm like, man, you guys aren't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
So like, or seeing some people just being okay with just what is happening, and that was me for a while. Is just being here. So changing that, not having anxiety to go out. You become so reclusive that you kind of just
isolate,
stay inward. And
and the hard part is to be able to do that without it taking a hard time or a trash event to happen in your life.
Well, without fucking up too, without going out trying to have fun and fucking get popped with a DUI or some shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta
how you define fun.
Yeah, how do you define fun and the people that you surround yourself with? Because a lot of people suck. So
a lot of unhappy people out there.
Yeah, that's a tough thing, and that's why being reclusive kind of shielded me from the potential. Yeah, because I've already lived 39 years old. I haven't lived a full life, but I've gone through those years.
How many lifetimes?
Yeah, I've gone through those years, where it's like, man, that shit ain't that shit. I've experienced it. It was fun.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be home and safe.
Right.
I'd rather host and have people over, or go over to like a family member's house or whatever.
Redefining what fun is a growing thing.
Yeah.
You can grow into new seasons of like, you know what? I can have fun doing the things that I didn't think were fun.
Yeah.
They actually are fun once I get my values in order.
Well, it's also hard to wrap.
What's meaningful and what's valuable.
It's
to
also
me.
hard to wrap around the fact that peaceful isn't boring. That's where I think that's like one of the hardest parts of that.
Yeah, because when you
just think like, oh, I'm bored, or
when you
you
feel guilty for relaxing and enjoying the fruits of your labor, but so it's like a fine balance, right? Like you shouldn't feel guilty for when you do take a rest day and you just binge watch a show, right? Like how Peaky Blinders is on. My whole Sunday I'm just chilling, right? But then you feel guilty that stuff isn't getting done or whatever, so you don't really enjoy it. It's like when I call out of work. Yeah. When I call out of work, right? And I feel guilty. I'm like, damn, I just called out. I should be doing something. Yeah.
You only call out of work when you're sick, right? Right. Don't know who's watching.
I've been there 16 years.
Okay.
I'm all right. I'm all right. All right.
Yeah. Well, I know for me, like I have this thing that I've always had. I carried in me, and I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but it's what drives me. Is I like to have a day where I'm saying I'm off today. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to watch History Channel. I'm just going to rest my mind and rest my body. But then, if I string too many of those days in a row, I feel like I'm waiting around to die.
Oh, jeez.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, that's dark.
Like I want to do something with my life and with my time. And so that's why I'm either going to write music, I'm going to play music, or I'm going to do, even like the podcast with you guys. I'm creating. Like, so whenever I can create something valuable and experience with time and people, it means something to me. And then if I'm going to take a day off, okay, but I cannot live a life where I go to work and I come home and I watch TV. Because that can happen. It's easy to get in that mode where you go to work, you come home, you eat dinner, take a shower, watch TV, go to bed.
Yeah, but I tell you what, give it up to all the single parents, because you're not just coming home and watching TV. You're going to work, you're coming home, you're making dinner, you got to clean up the mess.
Bedtime routine, shower routine, homework routine.
Then your conversation.
I think I'm talking from a place because I don't know little kids.
Yeah,
I think also it depends on where you are in life. Right?
Exactly.
Where you are in life, who you are as a person, right? Because everyone can be different in what they enjoy and what they feel is their time to unwind or kind of let go of the day, because when in America in general, everyone is working 24/7.
Right.
We're all fucking burnt out, dude.
Right.
Like, we're
too much work.
We're working more than we're
Too many
living,
bills.
and it's a lot of the time how reality is here, and there's not really a lot we can do.
It gets to a
about
point
that,
of
right?
work clothes and pajamas.
Yeah,
and that's it.
and and just other responsibilities. You know what I mean? Like, because like I'll say for me, like a lot of it is like I'm coming home, I'm cleaning up the house. Taya's making dinner.
Chores,
I'm
dogs,
doing chores,
pet
dogs,
chores.
chickens. And then I'm gotta find.
Chickens.
Yeah, dude, it's all of it,
Yeah.
right? Like it's I'm going out there and getting the eggs and filling up their food and water, and then I gotta feed the dogs, and then feed the cats, take out all the trashes, fill up all the waters,
Milk the cow.
I mean, hey, it's all about what.
Turn the
butter. I'm just saying, man. It's all about. Hey, but you know what? I haven't had to buy eggs in years.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But and they're good ass eggs.
And you know what? And see, like just
Jacob's calling me. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. See you next time on the Family Chat Podcast.